Active, go live. Hey guys, welcome to the Conjurer's Table. It's me, Lucian, and it has been a long time since I've gone live. I think it's been like a couple of weeks. But I do want to apologize to everybody. The reason why I've been so absent the past couple of weeks is because I've been dealing with work drama. I have been literally taking root work classes. I have been reading like crazy on many different things. I've been experimenting. I've gone like full force into my craft. So a little bit about what's going to be coming in the future. I will be teaching you guys how to make powders of my own creations, different variations of it. We will make powders, dusts. I'll show you some rituals that I concoct, many different things. Actually, the next segment that I'll probably do tomorrow, I will teach you guys how to make money rice and do a money ritual. And this is based off of things I've researched and kind of mixed and matched different recipes and concrafted my own. So let's just quickly say hi. Hi, Justin. Hi, Pansy Winter. Hi, April. Hi, Justin. I just said hi to you already. Hi, Hexen. Glad you guys made it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. Yeah, so today what I want to just do is show you guys my awesome thrift finds that I found over the past few days and do some unboxings because I received a couple packages. That one's from Original Botanica, and then I got two big packages from Penn Herbs. So I just want to open these up. Oh no, Mountain Rose Herbs, not Original Botanica. Awkward, I gotta edit that. And then this is the other big box. And as I open these up, I will let you know, guys, what each herb use is. So you can get these if you want to, and you can start using these herbs in your spiritual work. So what are those berries behind you? I have no idea, Hexen. They just grow here. I have no idea what they are. I'm scared to touch them because I think that they're like gonna kill me or they're poisonous. Though I don't think they're poisonous because when I used to park where I am actually sitting right now in the driveway, they used to get all over my car and would like smear everywhere, and it was like annoying. And then when you like get out the car, it like smacks you in the face and then you got like berry juice all over you. But yeah. Sorry if I'm all over the place. My brain has been like scattered everywhere and I'm like writing things here, I'm writing stuff there, concocting recipes over here. So my brain's like all over the place. A little squirrely, if you want to know. But anyways, let's get started. And I'm glad that everyone's here. It's been a while. And then at the end of this, I will just go on a brief little description on why I've decided to change my name to Lucian, spelled Lucian. And yeah, I'll kind of give you a little backstory on that because I know everyone's been like, wait, what? Why the name change? And I will let you guys know why. So let's get started. So the first awesome thing that I found at a thrift store that I was so excited about because I've been trying to look for one, and I almost bought this online and it would have been like, what, 50 something dollars. And I got this at a thrift store for like, $14.99. And it is a double boiler. I'm so excited because I've always wanted a double boiler. So I'm so excited for that. I'm so happy you're back. Thank you, Hexen, Justin. So you're channeling Jen Mama Squirrel. I am Justin with my squirrely energy. That's just my brain's all over the place. So that's one thing that I found. And then I know most of you who are in the Facebook groups that I'm in already know of this little beauty that I found. And I'm going to use her to represent Marie Laveau, the Voodoo Queen, because I petition her a lot. I set up an altar for her, and people are like, which doll are you going to use? Are you going to use the main one that I had before or switch her out for this one? Oh, by the way, it's just like a little pillow underneath, so she kind of like plops right there. But I think I'm going to keep the altar doll where it is and then use her in my work. So if I ever need to call upon her, I can kind of use her as a spiritual representation. And as we all know, there are different kinds of magical practices. For example, what I practice is ancestral magic, where I call upon the energies and the essence of all those who came before me, I also use a lot of representational magic. And people are like, well, what's representational magic? Representational magic is literally using like a puppet or a doll to act as a link between you and your target. So it's basically using something, as I just said, to act as your target. So for example, if I were to use her, then I would use her as a representation of Marie Laveau. I would give her offerings right before I start my work. If I was using a doll for a target, like say my neighbor, you could use like a picture of them if you have it, their name, anything that would link the puppet to that person. Hi Lisa, hi Serana, pokeweed, the berries. Oh, they're pokeweed. Oh, that's awesome. I did not know that. Pokeweed, I've actually heard of pokeweed, and I did not realize that there were actual things of use in my yard. Pokeweed. I forget what pokeweed is used for. And I'd use my phone, but I'm actually using my phone to film this, so I can't necessarily just like end the live to go research pokeweed for you. So at the end, in the comments below, I think I'll just put out a little type thing on what pokeweed is used for. Hi Becky. So the next thing I found were these awesome 4-pack of little wooden bowls. And the reason why I'm using this is for when I make dirts, dusts, and grugri charms. When I'm mixing certain herbs or crushing them, I like to have separate little bowls. So like, for example, I'd use one bowl for, say, if I was grinding up mullein, I grind it up in here. Well, not in here. I grind it up in the mortar and pestle, put it into here, keep this separate, then put a different herb in one, in another, and then use them to like kind of place them over the 3 elements of water, fire, and air. So I could bless each herbal item that I'm adding into whatever it is I'm making separately, giving each item its own power and energy, if that makes sense. So I found those 4 little awesome bowls to go with this kind of dark brown, bigger wooden bowl that I can just put them all into and then mix it up with my hands. Oh, I'm sorry guys, my thumb. So sorry about my thumb. I was trying to move this kind of weaved table thing that I found at a thrift store, and me being stupid, I forgot that I'm on top of gravel and it didn't move easily, and it must have like sliced on the edge of the little woven part, and I like sliced my finger. And because I couldn't find a band-aid or tape to wrap around the makeshift band-aid, I just kind of did that. So that's healing for now, and when I get to the salon, I'll just put on the proper band-aid. So that's what I'm using for now. It's my little makeshift boo-boo finger. And then I found this cool little thing that has a handle and a little pourer on either side. It's like right here, and then the other side's on right here. And this is just, I'm going to use this for when I'm making my oils, because I've gotten into the whole aspect of creating my own oils. I find it therapeutic and a lot more fun when you create your own oils versus buying an oil that's already pre-made. Plus, because you're infusing your own energy when you're creating your oils, and I feel like when you make it your own, it will have stronger power to it. So then after I make and heat up my oils, then I'll just pour it into here. Once it's cooled, I'll then pour it into its bottle or jar or whatever I'm using it for. So I found that. And then, what is this tiny little thing? I don't know what this is. Hold on. Oh, okay. I found this real cool jar. And because I'm actually going to be doing a love ritual for a friend, I was at the thrift store and I found this awesome little glass heart bottle. So I will use this to create my love oil in. And so I found that little thing. And then I also found this really, really cool jar. Well, more like a pot. So it's this thing. That's just the inside of it. It's like about as big as my face. And it has all these cool little, I think they are, oh, what are those? Not hieroglyphics, but what are those cave markings called? But they're like the little cave markings, and it's like really, really cool. I have no idea what any, ooh, that looks like a buffalo. And there's one underneath this, but I don't know what it is. But I saw it and I was like, should I get it? Should I wait? And I was like, no, I'm not gonna wait, because if someone else snatches it, I'm gonna be depressed. Yes, Native American glyphs. Thank you, Hexen. So I'm gonna use this as like a consecration blessing bowl for my herbs. So what I plan to do is I have all my 4 little side bowls to keep the herbs in separately, put them into my wooden bowl to mix with my hand to infuse my energy into, and then pour it into this bowl. I know a lot of bowls and processes to kind of bless and consecrate it. And it has this awesome wide opening, so I could probably put a little plate on top and then put like crystals on top to charge the herbs before I put them into whatever it is I'm making. Hi, Mama Squirrel. I'm just showing my awesome little thrift finds. So I found that. And then those are just all the thrift finds I found for now. Yeah. So let's move on to the things that I ordered online. Hold on, I'm just gonna try and put these back carefully. Oh, come here. You. Bottom. Put these in here. That there. Just put that there. And... okay. So let's get started. Wow, pokeweed is awesome then. Oh wait, so did someone figure out what pokeweed is used for? Sure, pretty sure medicinally it makes you poop. Oh, okay. So yeah, ooh, actually if you want to get back at someone, pokeweed would be the perfect thing to put in their food. Ooh, secret way to do something. Okay, so the first box I'm gonna open up is this one. And this is from Mountain Rose Herbs. And you guys, I love Mountain Rose Herbs. And the reason why I love them is because all of their herbs are pure organic. All dried. And you know how most places when you go to like the witchy shops online, they give you like only an ounce for like $10 or more sometimes? Well, Mountain Rose Herbs gives you several options. You can purchase a single herb for either 4 ounces, 8 ounces, 16 ounces, sometimes 32 or more. But like the starting price for most of the herbs for 4 ounces is only like $5 or less. It is amazing. Like I've literally ordered one time, I think 7 herbs, and the total only came to like 45. It was amazing. I was like, oh, I needed this because I am starting to work a lot with herbs lately, and I needed a place that I could rely on, and I've ordered from them a million times. And it's like my go-to herb place. They have literally every herb under the sun. Obviously, except for like the special ones, like they don't have Lucky Hand Root. They didn't have, did they have Mandrake? I don't think they had Mandrake, so that's why I ordered from Penn Herbs, which was the other one. So what's actually quite amazing is the 2 that I now go to is Penn Herbs or Mountain Rose Herbs, because if you can't find one on one, it's most likely on the other site. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat here and try to talk. Everyone said hi. Hi, Mama Squirrel. The whole thing is edible, though safe. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I don't really eat berries from outside unless they're like, I don't know, raspberries, blueberries, the normal berries. Serana said it's good for exorcism and substitute for blood. That is good to know because I just freaking hurt my finger and that hurt. And it takes me like several days to get the courage to actually like prick my finger for any blood sacrifice I need. So it's kind of nice to know that I just have to go outside, squish a berry and be like, hey, there's my blood offering from the earth. Okay, so let's open up this bad boy and see what is inside. So you guys get to see what kind of herbs come from these two different shops. Oh my god, I'm like so weak. Okay, there we go. It probably bled all over your car, pretty much. So this is just on top. It's just paper just to protect all the herbs. Damn. Like, look at this. This is 4 ounces of wormwood. This is how much you get from one order. And 4 ounces is the smallest. So if you're looking for bulk orders, guys, this is the place to go. This is 4 ounces of wormwood. And it's a lot. So like, I remember I got a couple other herbs from them that were all 4 ounces. And this like only half filled up a large mason jar. And I still have like the whole other half. So I got wormwood. Now, what's the use of wormwood, you ask? Well, I will tell you, because I actually took notes right before this. So wormwood, here it is, also known as absinthe, is great for protection. You can use it as a spirit offering. It's good to enhance psychic visions, and you can also use it for spirit contact. So that's why I got wormwood. I use it a lot because I deal with my ancestors, and when I channel their energies, I like to give them offerings. So when I give them offerings, I usually combine it with wormwood, yerba santa that I burn, sometimes frankincense. I'll sometimes offer a couple pennies and star anise. And then we also got cleavers, aka goosegrass, and this is 4 ounces. It's like bigger, it's like almost the size of my face, you guys. Cleavers can be used in love, faithfulness, marriage, rekindling love, finding new love, or even binding love. So it's more of that love herb. And then we got gravel root. So this, pretty much everything I got, guys, is 4 ounces, so I'm not going to repeat that it's 4 ounces every single time. Chocolate is also used as a substitute for blood. That's actually quite interesting. I did not think about that, Serana, so thank you for letting me know. Now, gravel root, also known as purple joe pie weed, is also known as kidney root and trumpet weed. And it can be used to find a new job, get a raise, and also for luck. And the reason why, guys, I'm telling you the different names for each of these herbs is because sometimes if you can't find it by one word, then you can always find it by another. For example, High John the Conqueror root, or was it Low John? Nope, Southern John is also known as Beth root and a couple other names. But for example, when I was on these sites, I had trouble trying to find Southern John because obviously on these sites it wouldn't go by Southern John, but I was able to find Beth root. So that's why it's important to know the other variations of a certain herb and what they mean. And then of course I kind of feel stupid for getting more mugwort because I found like pretty much 4 ounces in my kitchen cupboard because I was looking for cinnamon and ended up finding like 5 little tiny ounce bags of mugwort. So now I have like too much mugwort. But mugwort, I didn't write it down what mugwort's for, but mugwort, Mama Squirrel or Hexen, do you remember what mugwort's for? I think I use mugwort for spiritual work, like working with contacting the dead. Do I use it in prosperity? No, I don't think so. I forget what I use it for. Oh, psychic connection. Yes, thank you. So psychic connection, if I'm trying to establish a connection linked with my ancestors or a spirit, then I would use mugwort. Okay, so that's what was in that box. And it's just so awesome. Like, and I love all these herbs are fresh and they look real, because I know when you go onto like a witchy site, sometimes like you're looking at it and you're like, okay, it just looks like chopped up wood. Is that the actual plant itself? But nope, these are the organic. And you can tell because they also put on there the scientific name for the herb. So it has gravel root, and then it says Epitorium purpureum. Purpureum? Epitorium purpureum is the scientific name for gravel root. Yep, real good for communicating with the ancestors. So that's the main reason why I use a lot of mugwort. You can use in teas, divination, healing, poppets, can be used to heal bruises, dream work, divination, dreaming, meditation, astral travels. You guys get the picture. Okay, so that was in that box. And then, actually, so I'm gonna open up the other box from Mountain Rose Herbs as well very quickly before I do Penn Herbs. Because I think in this one is just, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah. Yes! So, in this order, I got my little Suribachi mortar and pestle with a wooden pestle. Actually, I'm going to open it up very quickly and show you guys. Also, another thing, you guys, on Mountain Rose Herbs is they sell like a million other things. Like, they have vials, they have containers for your herbs and oils. They have wax to make candles. They have like literally everything you can think of. And it's very affordable, because that's what's very important, is affordability. Oh, it's pretty. And it's actually much smaller than what I was expecting, which is a good thing. Because in the photo, it made it look like it was this big. But in fact, it is just this big. Tiny, tiny. So as you can see on the inside, it has all these little grooves. And then it just comes with this wooden pestle. And that's this brilliant blue. And the reason why I got the Suribachi, I think is what it's pronounced, mortar and pestle, is because this is actually good for grinding up harder to grind herbs. And actually, I think you can grind up, well, it says you could grind up roots as well in it. But obviously it has these real cool grooves in it that will make it grinding so much easier. Because I remember the other day I was trying to grind up mullein and lemongrass. Oh my god, in the granite mortar and pestle, it kind of like ground a little bit, but it took like 30 minutes to grind. And even then you couldn't fully grind it. So that's the reason why I got this, because I know it'll be so much easier to grind and actually break up mullein and wormwood, because those ingredients, as you all know, are super hard to grind. So yeah, and this actually was only, I think it was between $11 to $14 on Mountain Rose Herbs. And it's so beautiful. That's great. Cinnamon sticks suck. Oh my god. So the trick with cinnamon sticks, you guys, is I actually got a nutmeg grinder to make my herbs. So what I do is I take the cinnamon stick, and then I just take the nutmeg grinder, and then I just grind it to create a powder. And yeah, it takes a couple of minutes to get like a tiny, tiny little bit, but if you're making a tiny amount of powder, then it actually goes a long way. And then for gree bags, what I did was actually take the long stick, and then I kind of break off a little piece of the cinnamon stick, because I would rather infuse my energy by grinding the cinnamon stick instead of just taking the actual cinnamon powder and just using that. Yes, a cheese grater would work. Actually, any grater. Because I was at Walmart and I actually got, I think there was... They had like a long grater, and then there was like the regular cheese one that had the different sides of the graters. And then they actually have on Mountain Rose Herbs the nutmeg grinder, which I almost got, but then I was like, the one I currently have from Walmart actually works fine. So, hi Shayna. Oh, not Shayna, Shauna. How are you, Shauna? Oh, hi. Simon, I'm sorry, it's been a while. I'm like trying to remember everyone's names all of a sudden. Yes, guys, it's been a while, and I'm just showing some things here. So I just showed my awesome Suribachi mortar and pestle that I got from Mountain Rose Herbs. And again, it has these awesome little grooves in it. So it'll make grinding the more harder to grind herbs easier. Yes, I know, it's been a while, you guys. What about a granite mortar and pestle? So a granite mortar and pestle, I think, is easier to use if you're grinding like herbs that are really easy to grind up. Because like, you know how there are the different ones, like there's the marble. The only reason I'd use a marble mortar and pestle is to grind up already ground powders. And then the granite one I used to mix up, what things I used to mix up? I used it to crush up dragon's blood resin. I used it for frankincense resin. They're good for resins, easier to grind herbs. And then the harder to grind herbs like mullein, lemongrass, I would use this bad boy right here. Hi, Kay. Okey-doke. Oh, and then I also got a 12-pack of these awesome, and it's the perfect size too. I think these were the half-ounce bottles of amber bottles with the strippers. Oh, I just cut it when I realized I could have. Oh no, okay. So it comes with 12 bottles, and then it also comes with the little drippers. Oh, okay. I didn't need to cut that either. So each 12 ounce comes with the bottle and then the little dripper. Bloop. And these are all the sizes because honestly, I would rather make smaller amounts of oils and use them than making huge amounts. And then, cause like, honestly, I made an ancestral, oil one time, and this was like, I think a year ago, and I'm still using it, and I barely even grazed like 1/4 of it. So that's why I'm starting to use these smaller bottles, is because a small bottle goes a long way, especially when you're only doing like 3 drops on each candle every single day. This will last a long time. So that's why I got these tinier ones instead. So that is the 12-pack, and they're, oh no, one of the bottles is broken. That's depressing. I'm going to have to email them and let them know. But all the rest survived the trip. Just this one bottle did not. I'm going to message them and let them know that one of the bottles broke. And I will take a picture and let them know. And hopefully they'll send me that one bottle. But all the rest survived and looked like that. So that's all that was in that box, were the amber bottles and the mortar and pestle, which is awesome. I'm so excited to use this. And then for the final box, this now, guys, is from Penn Herbs, which is from the second herb shop that I go to. Or actually, this is the first time ever ordering from them. So this should be interesting to see what is in here. So this will be like an actual unboxing because I have no idea what's inside. Well, other than what I ordered, I don't really know like what the herbs look like. Let's see if they are comparable to my favorite shop, Mountain Rose Herbs. And question being, how do I open this? Oh, it's over here. Okay, why is this so confusing to me? Oh, okay. Nope, that's confusing. Oh, no, I got it. Okay, here we go. I was like, how do you open up this box? It's so weird. And then there's that. Okay. Ooh. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, okay. So, what is this? Oh, that's that. Okay, so the first thing I received is wood betony. And this is the is this 4 ounce? Yes, 4 ounce wood betony. And they're the same as mountain rose herbs. Sorry, a bug flew by me. Where they have different options of sizes of amounts. And they are just as affordable as mountain rose herbs. And if you can't find a specific herb on mountain rose herb, I used Penn herbs. So this is wood betony. Now wood betony is very useful for protection burning with agrimony to reverse crossed conditions. Now, what is crossed conditions, you might ask? Well, crossed conditions basically means if you're hexed, cursed, jinxed. So any of those would put you in cross conditions, or the act of casting that would be called crosswork. So it's good for protection, and if you burn it with agrimony, it's good to reverse any crossed conditions that have been placed on you. Now, wood betony is also known as hedge nettle and bishopwort. And for those who just joined, the reason why I'm saying what other words are for a specific herb is because if you can't find it by looking up one word, you have the tool to, or the knowledge to look it up by another name. And then I got a lot of the same. So I also got skullcap, and because they didn't have 1 ounce, I think this was only by 1 ounce. Certain herbs on the site will only allow you to buy 1 ounce, so you have to buy like multiple to get the 4 ounce, but most of them are by 1 ounce or 4 ounce or whatever ounce you want. So then we have skullcap, and also, as I said earlier, we'll give you the scientific name that I'm probably not going to try and even attempt to recite. As I just said, I'm not going to attempt. Scutellaria lateriflora is what skullcap is called. But skullcap is mostly known as skullcap. It doesn't go by any other names. And you can use it for fidelity, focus, and to attract money. Hi, Amethyst Ascension. There's that. What is this? And then I also got a few packets of Balm of Gilead buds. And these are whole. So that's what they look like. And I know these are legit because, well, it says Nature's Wonders. No, I got the same one from Mountain Rose Herbs, and they look exactly the same. So Balm of Gilead is used for reconciliation of lost love, and also you can use it to comfort someone who has lost a love. No problem, Mama Squirrel. Thanks for stopping in. Systems down, gotta work. Oh, that sucks. Okay. And then I got some sulfur. And for the longest time, I was like really hesitant to work with sulfur because I was under the impression, because it's also called brimstone, you guys. And I was like freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, this must be poisonous. It must be toxic. It's gonna kill me if I try and open it up. But it actually isn't toxic, as they say, because they use sulfur in actually a lot of things. So if it was toxic as it is, then they probably wouldn't be selling it. So, okay, no problem, Amethyst. Yeah, it's more of an irritant. But, sorry, that just fell on the ground. Sulfur, also known as brimstone. Did I not write that down? I thought I did. I did write it down. Also known as sulfur is good in crosswork, to drive away something, and used in hot foot powder and gopher dust. Now, hot foot powder, for those who do not know, it's used as you would lay it down to where someone steps on it, or the path of where someone walks, and it's used to kind of drive someone away. And then gopher dust is a main dangerous, supposedly, powder that's created to use in crosswork. I know, the crickets, you can hear them. Crickets, chirp, chirp. And then I also received Devil's Claw. Let me just zoom that in for you. So that's Devil's Claw. Excuse my little broken finger. Actually, it's not broken, it's just sliced. But Devil's Claw, also known as Devil's Claw, is used in crosswork, protection, attraction, prosperity, cleansing, and you can also use it in road opener. So that is the reason why I got Devil's Claw. And then, oh, okay, because it said lobelia herb, and I was like, what the hell is that? I did not order that. But then it also says it's known as asthma weed, Indian tobacco. So basically the reason why I got Indian tobacco is because I want to make my own tobacco oil, and plus I can use it as like an ingredient in any ancestral oils that I make. Now, did I even write down? No, I didn't write it down because that was really the only reason why I was using the Indian tobacco. Okay. And then I also got 5-finger grass. Sulfur, hold on. Sulfur is in match heads. Sulfur goes in every dry speller oil that I make. Yay, that's good to hear, Becky. Yeah, I'm gonna start utilizing sulfur. Wait, did I get more sulfur? Or was that the only sulfur? That's it, that tiny, tiny little amount? Oh, that sucks. Anyways, 5-finger grass. 5-finger grass, also known as potentilla, silverweed, and cinquefoil. And you can use 5-finger grass in success, luck, money, love, wisdom, protection. Oh, and I wrote down money twice. So those are the reasons why I got 5-finger grass. And 5-finger grass actually seems to be a component in a lot of the work that I do. Hi. Oh, wait, hold on. Hi, Denise. How are you? Oh, not Denise. Diane. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've been on, so I'm like trying to remember who everyone is. No problem, Diane. And then I finally got some mandrake root all cut up because I've been like searching and searching and searching for mandrake root, and Penn Herbs was the only place that I found online that sold mandrake. So I was like super thrilled about that. Now mandrake, also known as mandragora, can be used in protection work, prosperity, luck, and in love. And then I think that was it. Hold on, anything else? Nope, that's that, and that's the mandrake. So those are all the herbs that I got from them, which were a lot. They fill up a huge box. And then I also got a few little essential oils. And when I mean a few, I just got 3. Because the essential oils, I'll admit, were a little bit more pricier, but I kind of needed these ones. Hi, Heather. So the essential oils I got from Penn Herbs was juniper berry. Now, juniper berry essential oil, you can use it in love, lust, and I also use it in spirit work because juniper berry kind of has like that connection with the dead, and actually a lot of deities that control over the dead. So for example, you could use it with Hecate. I know it's one of Morgan's favorite plants. Who else? Persephone. And I use it in my ancestral work. Yes, and protection. And then I got anise essential oil, which can be used for psychic and spiritual work. And I use it as like an offering too. And then I got bay leaf essential oil. And bay leaf can be used for protection, prosperity, psychic work, success, healing, and also in spirit work. And that, guys, were all the things that I received and all the awesomeness I found at the thrift stores. Do you buy all of your e-oils online? Depends. Some of the essential oils, for example, I got tea tree oil, frankincense oil, lemon oil at Walmart because I work in a Walmart at Smart Style, so I was able to find those. But most of the ones, and actually no, because I have 2 different witchy shops that are right next door to me, and most of them carry like the pre-made oils. So when I mean pre-made, like they have the prosperity oil, a protection oil, but they don't have essential oils. So the voodoo shop that's near me, they sell essential oils, but they only sometimes have a few. And then the other witchy shop has a few essential oils, but I usually like the 100% pure essential oils. So most of my oils, long story short, I do buy most of my essential oils online. And then most of them I already have that I've just collected over the years. 13 Moons is also another good place that I go to when buying my essential oils. And then obviously Mountain Rose Herbs sells essential oils, and so does Penn Herbs. Yes, blended oils. Thank you, Heather. A lot of witchy shops sell blended oils. And where did you buy all the herbs? Oh, Amethyst Ascension. So I bought, most of my herbs come from either Mountain Rose Herbs, Original Botanica sometimes, if I'm looking for very specific things that I know these places won't have. So for example, High John the Conqueror root, I know won't be at these places. Lucky Hand root is another one. Adam and Eve root. Jezebel root is also another root that I know these 2 places will not have. So I will use either 13 Moons or Original Botanica to find those. And then all my other common herbs, I will use Mountain Rose Herbs or Penn Herbs. Bloody Murphy. It's Murphy's Law. That's confusing. I don't know what that was for. So yeah. What can I discuss? Oh, my name change. So, why am I calling myself Lucian, you ask? Well, the reason why I'm calling myself Lucian is because A, it is a name that I have loved for years, and I actually didn't know that I had the option to ever change it legally. I always thought that you could never do that. Like, the only way you could do that was if you're getting married, but even then, the only thing you could change was your last name. So, I mean, oh my god, your crickets. I know they're so loud. Crickets, can we not right now? Oh, my neighbor's out. That's awkward. But, no, the reason why I went with Lucian is because I love it. A lot of people are like, oh my god, Lucian, it means the devil. Actually, it does not. It doesn't even stem from the word Lucifer at all. It's Latin for light. So it stems from the word Lucianus, which means light. It's Latin and also is a variation on the name Luke. And the version I spell it is Lucian, which is the Latin variation. If you are from French origins, it would be spelt Lucien and pronounced Lucien, which is from French origin, also meaning light. And I was playing between the 2 spelling versions, and I was like, well, I do a lot of root work, and I love Latin, and a lot of the spells I do are mostly in either English or Latin, and sometimes French, but I do more Latin, so that's why I went with the Latin spelling. And plus, I just like the name Lucian. It sounds a lot more cooler than Lucian. Lucian does sound more elegant, but to me, Lucian sounds more cool. Lucian. Lucian is the pronunciation if you're spelling it Lucien. I pronounce or spell it with an an. So Lucian is the Lucian pronunciation. Lucian is the Lucien version. Now, another thing that put into the factor on why I decided to go with Lucian is because from a spiritual aspect, I was talking to someone about numerology. Now, if you take the name Lucian Solera, it comes down to the number 15. And spiritually, it had to do something that encompassed me down to the T. I will actually do another video because I need to write down the notes on what the number actually meant. But it just summed up who I was as a spiritual person, my craft. And then another reason that factors into the name Lucian is because on Urban Dictionary, it means someone who is amazing, sense of humor, and full of energy. They light up a room when they enter it. They are basically the life of the party. And I was like, well, Urban Dictionary, that's me. That's all me wrapped up into one. So that was also another reason why I decided to go with Lucian. And the road with my name has been kind of a lot of ups and downs because I know people are still trying to get used to the name change. Does your last name refer to the sun? That's a good question because my last name, Solera, actually, this is also another cool thing because with my name, I have Lucian, that's Latin, McHugh, that is Irish, Solera, that is Italian, and I am of Asian descent. So it's like united worlds under one body. But I have to actually ask Dave what the last name Solera comes from. Because I saw on Simon's Facebook group that there was a Lisa Faulkner. And I was like, that's my mom's name. Her name is Lisa. Faulkner is her maiden name. And she was like, what is Faulkner? Because I thought it was something to do with birds. And I was like, actually, you're correct. It's the French word for trainer, someone who trains hawks back in the day. But anyways, enough about my mom. That's horrible to say. But yeah, basically it's been up and down trying to get my name out there because a lot of people have been like, okay, they're getting used to the name change. Dave got used to it. A lot of people that I've been struggling to try and convince is because they just don't understand why the name change. And obviously, because a lot of it is because of a spiritual sense. And I'm trying to create a name that encompasses who I am spiritually because it's a part of who I am. And obviously you can't talk to someone that you just met and be like, oh yeah, it's because I practice root work, and then I have to go into a whole explanation of what that is and what it deals, and by then they're already freaked out and they're like, okay, I have no idea why the name change. So with outsiders that I've just met, I usually just say it's my middle name. I decided to go by my middle name. But yeah, it's been up and down. My parents still don't quite understand why I want to go by Lucian. They feel that I'm trying to strip away my connection to my family, which I'm not. I just feel like because I've grown up now, I live by myself with my partner, my hubby, that I feel it's time to adapt a name that is me. Even though I know it's a ritual, it's the name I was given at birth, but it's like, I'm not trying to strip that away. My parents were afraid that I'm trying to forget who they are. And I'm like, it's not that. I still have the memories of who I am. I'm not losing that connection to my life. I'm just changing it to a name that fits who I am today. So that's the reason behind the name change. Does anyone have any questions? Everyone probably has 1,000, but probably none at the moment. But yeah, that's the reason for the name change. Thank you. What else? Oh, so for the next, what time is that? Because I do have to leave for work at 2. So in an hour, that'll give me some time to kind of relax a little bit more. So what to look forward to? You should be who you are always. Exactly, I agree. And I think if someone wants to be called a certain name, my view is you should respect it because it's the name they want to go by. I understand there are people that will be very hesitant or reluctant to call you that name, but it's just respect. It's like, I don't understand why, not quite true. I understand my mom still wants to call me Matthew because she's like, it's the name I gave you at birth. Some people will be like employers, I know they'll be like, I'm going to call you Matthew because that's what your records say. But it's like, I'm just struggling with trying to, I don't know. It's just been like bugging me for the past few days because I've had issues with it. And half of me is like, do I bother with all this struggle? But the other half of me is like, I want to fight for my name, for what I want to go by, what I believe encompasses who I am as a person. I went through that with my dad's family. When I started using my middle name, they thought I was turning my back on my dad who had passed. It takes time for family to understand. I know. And I know it's going to take me a while for people to get used to it. Some people never will. But honestly, it's like, it's just who I want to be. I am Lucian. Matthew was cute. Maddie. Yes, but still, guys, you can still call me Lucy. No, you cannot call me Lou. I hate that name. You can't nickname me. Oh, actually, one of my coworkers at work nicknamed me Lotion as a joke because he was like, it sounds like lotion. So I was like, okay, that's kind of cute. That's fine. You can call me Lotion if you want. But yeah, call me Lucy for short. And people were like, hello. No, Dave now comes up and he goes, Lucy, I'm home. I'm just like, I clearly know you're home. You're standing in the doorway. But no, I hate my middle name. My first name, my mother says, was an answered prayer. Oh, interesting. What is your middle name, Shauna? Lotion in motion. That's cute, Heather. Just waiting on Shauna because I'm not sure what her middle name is. Melissa. Oh. I actually know someone named Melissa. I haven't met a lot of Melissas. They're quite rare, I think. I think I've only come across... Most days that are like common today are like Jen, Michael, Bob, Brad, Alex. Yeah, but Melissa is bees. That's long for a middle name, right? I don't have a middle name. I have a middle name, random Lucian fact. My middle name used to be McCoy, which means son of. And I actually hated my middle name, or my first original name when I was adopted. So that's why I guess apparently I already did change my name, because Matthew used to be my middle name. So then when I was young, I guess my dad actually told me the story. He's like, I will never forget the day you walked into the room and you just went, I don't want to be called McCoy anymore. I want to go by my middle name, Matthew. So then I became a Matthew, and now that I'm adult, I want to go by Lucian. When you do a name change, would you consider making Matthew your middle name to keep it in your name for your mom? See, that's the thing, guys, is because if I change it, then it's like, I don't want to completely strip away my past. So it's like, do I go by, but because then it becomes too complicated, because then it would be Lucian, Matthew, McHugh, Solera. The reason why I didn't keep Matthew and I was thinking of putting McHugh is to remain that connection to my family as a whole, using that. I have Solera to keep the connection between Dave and I, and then Lucian as that connection between me and my spirituality and my craft. But then it's like it gets too long of a name, and trying to write that out on paper on a document would be like super complicated and long, and I just ain't got time for that. So it's like, oh wow, that's weird. Sorry, my right ear just went deaf for a second. Yeah, Irish tend to have long names and lots of middle names, right? So, yeah. So that is the story behind my name, Lucian. How long have we been going for? Oh, 49 minutes. That's it. I guess you have to choose to do things for yourself, right? And I know it's going to take some time. And I did promise my dad that for a year I will not change it legally yet. I'll go by Lucian, see how it goes. So far, I still love the name. And we'll see how I feel about it in a year's time. I know I'll still love it, and I know I'll still want to legally change it. Just who I am. Take it or leave it. So what to expect in my next video, because I have the next 2 days off. So tomorrow, if you guys want to catch me, I will be teaching you guys how to make a variation of money rice and spirit powder. Do I want to do spirit oil? No, that's probably too complicated. So I will make money rice and spirit powder for you guys. So that's what to expect in my next video. I'm gonna start doing these a lot more. I miss being on YouTube, you guys. It's been a while. I want to get back into it. I miss it a lot. And I think doing these videos will help me, A, educate, and B, really connect with my spirituality. And plus, because I'm having so much fun concocting and creating all these awesome oils, dusts, powders, rituals, that I just want to start sharing them with you guys. So Google pokeberry ink. I think I'll do that after this, Heather. Yeah, actually, I had technically yesterday, and then I have Wednesday and Thursday off. And it's ridiculous because the next few weeks, I looked at the schedule at work, and I'm only going to be working like, actually everyone is only going to be scheduled like 10 to 15 hours. And I'm like, that's ridiculous for the next few weeks. Like, do they really expect us to be able to live off of like 10 to 15 hours of work a week? Like, it's just starting to become crazy. It's like ridiculous. I'm over it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. I hope you guys check out Penn Herbs and look at their stuff. Penn with 2 N's, so it's PENN herbs.com. And then Mountain Rose Herbs, all one word.com. Check out to see what they have to offer. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, next time we will make money rice and spirit powder. Make it for ritual partitions. Right. Yes, I will post a link on the right after this, you guys. You're gonna need money rice if cut it right, Pansy. Like, I'm gonna need money rice, lots of it. Actually, I was going to do it right after this, but no, I want to relax before work, before my 5-hour shift. And then tonight, Dave and I are gonna go watch It Chapter 2. Super excited. So I will probably come on later on tonight just to let you guys know my thoughts about It Part 2. And maybe do a surprise something. But yes, I'll see you guys in a bit. And thank you all for joining me for this little segment. Hope you learned a lot. Learned a little bit about the different herbs. I talked about the different oils. Had fun. And I will see you guys later. See you guys tonight and tomorrow. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna go because my neighbor's giving me a weird look because they're like right across the street. Okay. Yes, Simon, there's an It Chapter 2. It's already out. Well, it's out here in the US. I don't know when it comes out in the UK. But there's an It Part 2. And Dave and I are going out to see it. So I will talk to you guys later on tonight. Bye, everybody.